What is up, fellow summoners? Welcome to the channel. Today you are listening to my YouTube /podcast/ experiment called The Bottom Line. My name is Joel. Happy Friday to you all. The weekend is upon us. It's been a long week. I don't know about you guys, but it's been a long week for me. Adjusting to having a baby, a second baby in the family, has gone smoothly, but man, I wish, or I don't wish, I miss, there we go, I miss the long stretches of sleep during the night, but it won't last forever. Mama's doing well, baby's doing well, so I can't complain. It's just part of the life that we are in right now. Who needs sleep? Screw sleep. Let's just keep the coffee pumping through our veins. We'll be fine. All right, there's a lot to talk about today. A lot. There was a bunch of stuff that came to the game this week. Some of it was expected. Some of it was very much not expected, referencing obviously the Boss Rush Challenge and then the Goldblum Challenge, which kind of came out of left field. We'll talk about all that here in a second. Before I get too far into this, though, I want to kind of put this out here at the very beginning. In yesterday's live stream, I mentioned that I was going to be doing another Summoner Showdown in tonight's live stream. This is Friday, what is today, the 20th? Yeah, today's the 20th. So in tonight's live stream, we're going to be doing another Summoner Showdown. And I promised that today I would put out a video explaining exactly what we're going to be doing. So let me just give you a few rules. There aren't a lot of them, but just to prepare yourself so you know what is going on. We're going to be running up against the Venom in Story Quest. It's Act number 4, Chapter number 3, the very last quest. So 4.3.6. Venom is the final boss of that last quest. You can get right into him as soon as you open up the quest. It's a very different map in that you can go directly to the final boss. He's got a bunch of nodes on, but you don't need to worry about like completing a bunch of the map to get to him. As soon as you get in there, you can get right to the boss. So that's the fight that we're going to be running. We're only going to be using 3-star characters. So in the last two kind of beta tests, some of the showdowns that we've done, we did a Labyrinth of Legends against Star-Lord, like a overall damage run, which I think it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun putting it together, had a lot of fun watching it. I think those that participated had fun as well. But it was limited in that some people had not yet finished Road to the Labyrinth, so they couldn't get in and participate. So this should open it up more broadly to just about anybody. I would think at this point in the game, if you've been playing for any amount of time at all, even just a couple of months, I'm sure you have gotten up through Act number 4, so this quest should be available to you. So, Act 4.3.6, Venom is the boss, 3-star characters only. We're going to be keeping track of overall damage done for the leaderboard. If you manage to one-shot the boss, which I don't expect will have too much of that, that will automatically get you into the final round if you can complete it. We will be running for some rewards tonight. I've got a few units floating around in my pocket, so we'll blow them. Thinking 5 energy refills. It's 150 units worth of refills I will give away to the overall winner. So what we'll do, starting at about 10:30 Eastern, maybe somewhere between 10:30 10:45 Eastern, I will be going live. And shortly after that, I will have a spreadsheet in the live stream that you can click on and fill out your information. It's very simplistic. It's just going to ask for the link to your Mob Crush or to your YouTube live stream. Then it's going to ask for your name just so we can get that all together. But as people fill that out, I'm just going to be going right down in order that it was filled out. So if you want to get an early spot, if you want to get in there and have an opportunity to run, make sure you show up to the live stream. Right around 10:30 as soon as we get started there so you can get your name on the list. We will probably run, I would say, for about, I don't know, an hour and a half, somewhere right around there, running people in and out of that event. I would guess that unlike the Labyrinth of Legends runs, a lot of these runs with these 3-star characters will probably be pretty quick. Not that I don't think you guys are skilled, but if you make a mistake with a 3-star character against this super decked out Venom, he's basically going to one-shot you. So, and I'm sure with the pressure of people watching, people not used to playing with eyes on them, there probably will be a lot of the fights that happen very quickly. So all I'm saying is we should have an opportunity to get a lot of people through, and then once we get everybody through that wants to play, we can probably even go back and let people do some second runs. But we'll keep track of overall damage done. That'll build the leaderboard. Then we'll probably, I don't know, depending upon how many people run, I'm thinking it's just going to be a top 5. So we'll get a top 5 leaderboard together. Those people will play one final round for the overall top spot. Winner, I will send a gift to. So make sure that you stick around if you do make the top 5 to the very end for an opportunity to win those refills. I hope that at some point, typically I feel like around Christmas when they do kind of the gifting event, they bring crystals that you can gift. And I think that would be a lot more fun to gift crystals than to gift energy refills. I wish that was something that you could do more of. I guess the reason for that is they don't want people running multiple accounts and gifting a main account crystals, maybe? I don't know. I don't really understand what the reasoning for not having crystals available to gift all the time is, but give that to us, Kabam, please. I would love to gift like a GMC crystal. That actually would be really, really cool. That'd be a great prize. But yeah, I've got what, like 400 units I think right now. So we'll spend like almost almost half of those tonight. So again, that's right around 10:30 Eastern. Venom 4.3.6, 3 stars only. I had debated on whether or not I wanted to allow class advantage with Mystics, but I think I will allow that. Yeah, I mean, if there's a change to that, I'll let you guys know either on Twitter or at the live stream tonight. But I think I'm going to open it up to just about any 3-star character you want. I'm thinking there's probably going to be a lot of magics that are running. I can foresee a lot of people trying to do the S2 power lockdown in the corner with magic. That would probably actually be pretty good damage. But hopefully we'll see a lot of different characters used, a lot of different gameplay styles used. You can use any synergy team you want. You can use any mastery setup that you want. We're just keeping track of overall damage done. If you are unfamiliar with the Summoner Showdown, they've got a couple of videos up on the channel. Go check those out to kind of see the format, how we do that. Those were very much beta tests. The one that we did on, I think it was Monday. Was it Monday? Yeah, it was Monday. I think we did kind of like an impromptu Summoner Showdown. That one actually streamed really, really well. So I would check that video out on Monday. And then if you want to know how it is that you can broadcast or live stream, I've got a video talking about that. Actually, I put that up last Friday, talking about the Summoner Showdown, going through how you can use Mob Crush on iOS and how you can use the YouTube gaming app over on Android to get yourself live so that you can participate. Obviously, if you have any further questions on that, you can contact me either on Twitter or you can join my Discord server. The link is down below. Join the Discord server, and I can walk you through the process there as well. Yeah, I think that's all I got for that event. That should be a lot of fun. Again, doing that tonight, Friday night in the live stream. Tonight's the 20th, starting right around 10:30, 10:45 Eastern. See you there. All right, and for the rest of you that are still here, because I'm sure there are a large portion of the views of this are just going to be for that first section there, which is why I wanted to get that out of the way. There was a lot that happened this week. There was a lot of events, both that we knew about and that we did not know about, that came to the game. I want to start, let's just start with the Boss Rush Challenge. I have such a hard time saying that. Boss Rush Challenge. Boss Rush. Screw that. The BR Challenge. There we go. The BR Challenge. I feel like I can't talk about this without pissing off a certain portion of my subscriber base one way or the other. So honestly, I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to give you my opinion. If you don't like my opinion, it is mine and I'm allowed to have it just as you are allowed to have yours. So here we go. The Boss Rush Challenge, when it was announced, I think it was 2 weeks ago, whatever the date was, it makes a little difference. But on the forum itself, on the post, it stated twice. Once at the beginning, it stated that this event was going to be hard and it was going to push you to your limits. And then after they announced the characters, that there were going to be 6-star characters, all the challenge rating, blah, 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 they announced again that they stated again at the end, this is going to be difficult. Not everybody is going to get through this. Like, I understand that. That's a more acceptable statement than the first one. Because when you blanket statement say that this is going to push you to your limits, you are talking to me as well as you are talking to people who have only been playing for like 4 or 5 months. So we are both looking at that statement in the same way, anticipating that it is going to push both myself and, you know, the person next to me who's only been playing for 5 months. It's going to push us both to our limits. However, the actual event itself left me very hollow feeling. And don't get me wrong, I am excited to see special events come to the game. I think there should be more of them come to the game. I think they should be on a set pattern. We should see some like every month and a half, just something come to the game that breaks up the monotony of AW and AQ and the very generic special events. And, you know, Kabam welcomes our feedback, so I'm just giving them my feedback. I see this from two very different perspectives, because I know there are some people that are not even listening to what I'm saying right now. They are feverishly typing into the comment section saying, Joel, you know, screw you, Joel. There are a large portion of us that don't have your roster, have not been playing that long. This was a very difficult event for. And trust me, I understand that. My channel, and I really don't think you can deny this, my channel, and I've said it a million times from the very beginning, has always been geared towards the intermediate and beginner player. My tips, my closer look reviews, my guides, everything that I put together is all focused on helping that intermediate player. If you are considering yourself an endgame player, air quotes, whatever that is to you, you know, a lot of my tips and stuff probably you already knew. You know, you may come to the channel because you enjoy the content. For whatever reason, I appreciate that. But I always kind of take a beginner to intermediate approach whenever I'm putting together content. So don't come at me and say like I have an elitist view, because that's not true. I very much, probably like 90% of my content is focused on the beginner to intermediate bracket. So I understand that there is a large portion of the community that really struggled with this event. I totally get that. And I do not think that the event itself should have been made more difficult, and that was the only thing that came. The point I'm trying to make is when you blanket statement, as I've said, say that it's going to push you to your limits. You tell me that it's going to push me to my limits, and then it's also going to push, again, to the limits, but then you only bring out an event that's geared towards the beginner to intermediate player. It just leaves me wanting more. It leaves me kind of scratching my head like, okay, every time they say this is going to be difficult, but it's not. Like my hype level becomes less and less and less every time I see an announcement for a special event. And the thing I don't understand, and here I guess here's my feedback, the feedback that I can give to Kabam is bring out Boss Rush just exactly as it was. It was perfect. It was great for a large portion of the community. The difficulty level was great. If you blew through it, it's easy rewards. That's awesome. But I just wish that once you got through it, like there was another layer that you could then unlock. Like you get through it once, fully explore it, you get a key to unlock the next, like, I don't know, call it whatever you want. An epic level, a legends level, whatever it is, where it takes the same fights and then it ramps them up. You know, it increases, I don't know, it increases the overall character base health and damage output, obviously. But then it brings more buffs, more issues with power control, which that's really the big one. Stun immunity. I mean, all those things just bring back in to where if you blow through it and you feel like, okay, I really need a challenge, like it's there for you. I don't understand. Like you take the time to make the event, you set it all up, it's there, everything is done. Why not just go that one extra step and just, you know, double the event and just give another unlocked layer there, so that there's more of a challenge. I don't know, man. It's hard to speak out of both sides of my mouth because I am excited and I love seeing new content. Every time that it's come out now, the Web Slinger Challenge, the Boss Rush Challenge, I get excited and hopeful that it's truly going to be a difficult challenge, and then you get through it in 15 minutes and it's like, you know, that's cool. Like I'm happy I got a 4-star crystal. It's basically free. You know, I get that, but I'm in the game because I want to use my characters to push myself. And I know there's people, because I saw in the comment section, like, well, why don't you run it through without Iceman, or why don't you run it through with 3-star characters? And it's like, I hear what you're saying, but you're missing the point. If I am going to invest hours and hours and hours of my time going after the best characters in the game, let's say, because Iceman just came out, so I spent tons and tons of hours in the arena to grind for him because I knew he's an awesome character. He's going to help with Mephisto. And I get him, and then I spend my resources to rank him up to 550 why in the world would I not want to use that character? Like, I don't want to have to lower my expectations and lower the characters that I'm using to make the event challenging. I want to be able to use all of those hours, all of those resources that I've invested on the characters that I want. I want to be able to use those and have the skill and difficulty level kind of match what I'm going in with. I hope that makes sense. I'm sure that I've probably pissed off a lot of people here. I'm sure there's probably a lot of people that agree with me. But honestly, that is my feedback. I feel like it's the same feedback that we've been giving for a while. And I don't know, maybe this is just what they want the special events to be. You know, maybe they consider Labyrinth of Legends and Act number 5 to be enough, and I get that. You know, I do get that. There are still a lot of things that I could do that I have not completed. I don't find them fun. I find questing to be a mind-numbing, drag my face through glass experience. It's fun to push yourself through once or twice, but to run the event over and over and over and over again just to get 100% completion, to get a few more rewards, I don't find that fun. I could do it. Yeah, I don't want to say I could easily do it, but I could do it. I've gotten through it all once with very minimal resources being used. I could do it all 5.123. I could do it all again. I get that. Same thing with Labyrinth of Legends. I could save up. I could save up more units. I could go in there. But honestly, the time that it would take to build up units, I just don't feel like it's worth it. I don't know. That's a conversation for a different day. Let's just move on. Let's move on from the Boss Rush Challenge. I've ranted enough about that one. Let's save some of the rant here for the Goldblum Challenge. First off, I don't know exactly what went on yesterday. Whenever a special event has come, Kabam typically gives us kind of a heads up like, hey, this is coming, which I think they do that to kind of let the excitement level kind of build within the community, let content creators make videos about it, kind of broadly broadcast it, let it be known this is coming, and just ramp up the excitement to get people involved. And usually they always drop on a Wednesday. However, yesterday morning, I want to say around, I think it was around 10 o'clock my time, 10 Central, somebody posted on the Discord server that Jeff Goldblum had made this post about a event, and then a forum post from Kabam came out shortly after that, mind you, announcing that in fact the event was going to be dropping in like 2 hours from the time that they posted that, which that is unlike Kabam. That is very much unlike Kabam. And the fact that you would have such a large event drop the day after you had the Boss Rush Challenge and without prior announcement, I don't know, man. Makes me think that maybe there was some miscommunication there, that Jeff may have posted something either by mistake or had his dates mixed up. I don't know. Felt a little bit strange. I also think that they said, I realize the Ragnarok movie is only like 2 weeks away, but I'm pretty sure at Comic-Con they said that that special event was coming out in November. So, I don't know. Not that it makes really any difference. I find it kind of hilarious the way that all that played out. Which I'm sure they will never confirm exactly what happened. They'll deny everything, but I guarantee you something sketchy happened there. So, yeah, I was about to make another video on the Boss Rush Challenge talking about like characters to use outside of Iceman for Mephisto. And then, like, while I was in the middle of recording that, I got this information, so I just scrapped all of that and just started playing the the Goldblum Challenge. And this is no lie, I auto-fought round 1, 2, and round 3, like all the way up until the final path there. I think it's path F on round 3. Auto-fought the whole entire thing. And the reason that you can do that is because they've got life transfer back in there, which the Web Slinger event, I think, was a huge missed opportunity. The difficulty level, I think it was perfect. They had characters in there, in Spider-Man, Symbiote Spider-Man, and the new Stark Spider-Man, which I think a lot of people were just unfamiliar with his moveset. That difficulty level was perfect. Those were good defenders. That was going to be a good event, and then they totally muddied the waters by throwing in life transfer. And again, this goes exactly back to the same thing that I was just saying. I'm totally fine with that. Bring in life transfer. That's great. Let people use whatever characters they want, because it does. It opens up everybody. You can use anybody you want because everybody's got regen. Any mistakes you make, you can just quickly get your life right back up with a couple of well-timed hits. The damage transfers over into regen. Use whoever you want. I get that. That's totally fine. Leave the event as it is. But again, why not give, once you've completed that, why not give just that extra level that you now have unlocked for the real challenge? Because people freaking blew through that thing. I did my final round on live stream, and honestly, I was just probably paying it like 50% paying attention to the fights and 50% reading the comments and chatting with people. And I think I died twice. Once Hulk caught my Star-Lord. I evaded an S2 too quickly, just clipped me. And I tried running the final path with a 3-star Star-Lord, which that's half the problem. I cleared the first 2 fights easily with Star-Lord. Then barely got clipped with Angela, took me out. I think those were my only 2 deaths. I might have died one other time. I'm just not remembering. But anyway, just blew through the event. It was not that difficult. And again, you've got people I understand that are saying, you know, it's difficult for me. I don't have your roster. I get that. I understand that. Like, take a deep breath. We can have an adult conversation here. We can have both of these things included. The life transfer neuters all of the skill level that is required for the event. It just does. Like, I don't know what else to say. It just does. It's like when you take defender kills out of Alliance War. It doesn't matter how many times you die in Alliance War. None of it counts. It doesn't matter how many times you get hit with life transfer on, because you're going to pick it right back up. And while that does make for an easy event, which translates into easy rewards, and that makes people happy, that's fine. Keep it that way, but please, please, please give us another level past that we unlock a more difficult section. I'm not motivated to go in and to make more content and promote this further. Like, if you go back and you think about the Bautista event, the Bautista event, excuse me, I felt like was a culmination of really what makes the special events great. And that is that it had several rounds, so as you went through it, it got more and more difficult. To the point where, like, if you were in the final rounds and, man, you were really having to push to finally get through the second path out of 5 or whatever it was, and you finally got through it and it was like, okay, there's no way I'm going to be able to go further than this. You could just jump right to the end boss. You could complete it. You could get your rewards for running through there. And then later on, if you wanted to come back through and try exploration, you could do that. But it kind of set a parameter where there was enough challenging content for the intermediate and beginner player that also was paired with more challenging content for the endgame player. Because what I could do is, yeah, I ran through the event and it was fairly challenging. Magic basically blew through the event, but I had so much fun kind of talking about, like, which characters should you use, because there was power control for some, and that was a real big pain for a lot of people, was that power control. There was some other stuff with Groot. I can't remember exactly what it was, but there were a lot of unique buffs that I then, after going through it, like, I went back and I was excited to test out other characters to see who would work best, see which power gain team would work best. I ran through it with an infinite stun with Gambit, made it all the way through the first path, cleared the end boss with only Gambit. That was an option as well. But that stands in complete opposite of what we currently have with the Web Slinger event, and now again here with the Goldblum challenge. Good God, it doesn't matter. I can make a video, and I could literally close my eyes and pick any character I want, because honestly, it just comes down, if you can parry stun, you're fine. If you can sit there and block until you bait out a heavy attack for the stun immunes, you're fine. If you have just a tiny amount of skill and you're able to evade, Thor's S1, which is unblockable, super easy to evade. Jane Foster's S1, super easy to evade. None of the fights inherently were really very good defenders. Take in any character you want, tiny bit of skill, maybe you have to revive once, but don't use any potions, you'll heal yourself right up. That is essentially what the event was. So I'm just not, and I know content creators will make stuff about it. I get that, but I myself, because that's all I can speak for is myself. I'm just not motivated to make more content for it, which is a shame, because these special events are supposed to be fun and exciting and unique, and really draw the community back in. And I don't see it, man. I just don't see it. Honestly, I didn't mean for this to take on such a gloomy, dark, depressing feel. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just where my head is at right now, man. I think I've hit a wall here, coming up on playing the game for 3 straight years, every single day for a long time. And there just seems to be this neutering and watering down of all things that are skill-based. And it's weighing on me, man. It really is. You know, on the positive side, I'm excited that there is new content coming. You know, keep bringing the boss rush challenges. Let's keep tweaking them. I know it was the very first one, so maybe they're just trying to gather information and feedback. So let's keep pushing them and saying good on you, Kabam. Keep bringing them out. Same thing with the Goldblum challenge, special events. They're fun. They're exciting because they're new. I don't know how many more of these neutered, watered down events I can deal with. I know that probably sounds terrible, but ultimately when you start removing skill from the game, I think it really does start to erode a little bit of the end game user base. And when you start to lose the strength of that end game user base, you start to lose kind of that mentality of what people are going for. Like, people are continuing to spend time in the game because they're trying to push more end game, trying to keep up with the Joneses, so to speak. But eventually, when the Joneses all look around, and it's like, well, it doesn't make any difference how much money I spend, how much time I spend in the game, what characters I get, because all of these events I can blow through easily. You start to crumble away that foundation that ultimately that's where the real cash flow is coming at. And I know Kabam understands that. As I've said many times, I'm sure at some point we will see more competitive aspects of the game, you know, come at some point, I hope. I guess just right now I'm just trying to give feedback, just trying to give honest feedback. I'm trying to see it from all perspectives, but I am trying to give my opinion and hope that on some level it is heard. Okay, and let's end the video on a positive note, because honestly there are a lot of positive things that are going on in the channel and will be happening in the channel very, very soon. If you are unaware, and there's a good chance that you are, I have been doing my very first Let's Play series on a game called Cuphead, which I know it sounds crazy. Go watch it though. It's an insane amount of fun to play. And Cuphead, more than anything, and I realize it's not going to get a ton of views. I knew that going into it. Didn't expect anything out of it, because it's totally different from what, you know, 99% of my audience is here for, and I completely understand that. But more than anything, the Let's Play Cuphead was basically just a testing ground for me to get comfortable playing a game, commentating, and being entertaining. Because yes, I have had my MCOC channel, I've done those videos, but it's just a very different style from a Let's Play series. So it's kind of just a testing ground for me to get my feet wet, for me to get my feet under me, kind of listen back to my gameplay, things that I could change, ways that I could make it more entertaining, the way that I sound, the words that I use when I stutter, just trying to refine all of that and make the experience better, so I can use kind of Cuphead as my springboard into other games, which I've said multiple times in live streams over the past couple of weeks that I am very, very excited for Star Wars Battlefront 2. That is coming out on the 16th. I think you can pre-order the deluxe edition and you can play like 3 days early, I think. But I want to say it's like $20 extra, and I'm too cheap to do that. So we'll more than likely just be buying the game and playing it on the 16th. I've got a gaming laptop, so we'll be playing on PC. Certainly, if anybody else is playing on PC, you know, hit me up. We'll have a lot of fun playing together. But I will be doing live streams of that. I don't know if I'll do separate videos of it or not. I guess it just depends upon the reception and how much fun I'm having with it. Because honestly, that's what it's all coming down to. Is I'm looking to bring things to the channel that are fun. That really is all it's about, man. I wanna play competitively. I want to have fun. I want it to be something that's entertaining, and we're kind of in the process of moving towards that. So I'm going to finish up the Let's Play Cuphead series. It'll probably be done by next week, I think. If you haven't checked out that series, go check it out. It's actually quite a bit of fun. I've had really good feedback from that, and that audience, that kind of taste for additional content, I'm sure that audience base will start to grow over time as we bring more stuff to the channel. I am not stopping my MCOC. I'm not selling my account or anything. We'll still be making review guides, talking about special events, new events and updates. We'll continue to do live streams, pushing for arenas when characters come out that we're after to help you guys with your arena grinds. We'll still have the podcast going every single week, but it's just kind of a transition time in the channel, and I hope you guys will be patient with me as we kind of branch out into other games. I did a couple of different things this week. I think we played... I did a live stream of Cuphead during Tuesday's maintenance. We live streamed that a little bit just to make people aware that the Let's Play series was going on. And then I also played a little bit of PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, PUBG, which, if you're unfamiliar with that game, where have you been? It's all over Twitch and YouTube. I think I'm a little bit late to that game. I've only played it a handful of times. My skill level is not that great, but it was a lot of fun to play. I think you guys had fun watching it. People that were there, I've had a lot of requests to continue and do another PUBG live stream. So just stay put, man. The best thing you can do for me is if you have comments one way or the other, let them be heard. I read through all the comments. Whether or not I respond is another thing, but I do read through the comments. If you want to talk more in depth, my Discord server is a great place to do that. The link is down in the description. There's a suggestions and feedback channel there. You're welcome. We can have a conversation there on your feelings one way or the other. Okay, I've been talking for a long time. It's kind of what I do, which is why I started the podcast, as an outlet for my diarrhea of the mouth. Is that a good way? No, that's not a good way of putting that. Anyway, appreciate everybody's support of the channel. As always, it does mean a lot for you guys that tune in to every video, show up to the live streams. Whether you donate or not, just know that showing up and supporting is awesome. I can't thank you guys enough. All right, we will be live streaming tonight. We got the Summer Showdown 3-star challenge happening tonight, right around 10:30 Eastern, 10:45 Eastern, right around there. So hopefully you can come and be a part of that. If not, come and cheer on, I don't know, your clanmate who's running. Should be a lot of fun. All right, guys, Twitter link is in the description. Discord link in the description. Till I see you all in the next one, have a great day. Have a good weekend. Peace.